There are some of you sitting here today who haven't tapped into your full potential. You might still be in the early stages. You might not have much money. You might not have many resources. But let me tell you something. There are no excuses. None. If you're only giving 70% while someone else out there is giving 100%, you're setting yourself up to lose. You say you don't want to work out? I work out. You say you don't want to grind? I grind. You say you don't want to wake up early? I wake up early. You say you don't want to push past your limits? I push past mine. The difference between winning and losing isn't talent. It isn't luck. It's discipline, it's resilience, it's refusing to give in to that voice inside that tells you to take the easy route. Stop listening to that voice. Stop giving in to immediate gratification. Shut it down. When that weakness whispers in your ear, telling you to stay in bed, to skip that project, to relax and take it easy, you have to fight back. You have to push through. You have to rise up and attack your goals like your life depends on it. Because in many ways, it does. Go through the motions. Lift the weights. Sprint the hill. Work on that project. Get out of bed. By forcing yourself through the process, you override weakness. You train yourself to win. You take the hard road, the disciplined road, the road that leads to victory. Success isn't about a day or a week. It isn't even about a year. Success takes time. It takes years of grinding, years of sacrifice, years of commitment. You can't treat your journey like a 2-year plan and expect greatness. That's where most people fail. They start with passion, but they lack commitment. They get tired. They get distracted. They let go. And that's why they never make it to the top. If you want to win, you have to be willing to dedicate yourself for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Every day you need to ask yourself, am I doing the work? Am I pushing myself to the next level? Because let me tell you, there is no easy way. The only people who win in the long run are the ones who are willing to do the hard things when they don't feel like it. The ones who work when others rest. The ones who grind when others quit. You need to get real with yourself. You've been making excuses. You've been rationalizing your lack of action. You tell yourself you don't have time. You tell yourself you don't have support. You tell yourself you don't know enough. You tell yourself you're too tired. Lies, 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 every single one of them. You have time, you have the skills, you have the knowledge. You have the ability to make things happen. You just need to stop making excuses and start taking action. You need to stop waiting for motivation and start creating momentum. Because here's the truth. Motivation is fleeting. Some days you'll feel like it. Other days you won't. But discipline doesn't waver. Discipline gets up and puts in the work no matter how you feel. Tomorrow isn't an option. Stop telling yourself you'll do it later. Stop telling yourself you'll start next week. There is no next week. There is no later. There is only now. Right now. Today. If you don't act today, you won't act tomorrow either. That's the trap. That's how people stay stuck. That's how people waste their potential. Some of you used to be hungry. You used to grind, you used to fight. But somewhere along the way, you lost your fire, you got comfortable, you got complacent. And now you're wondering why you're not where you want to be. The answer is simple. You stopped competing. You stopped giving 100%. You started giving 70%, 60%, maybe even 50%. And then you wonder why you're not winning. Winners don't coast. Winners don't settle. Winners don't get comfortable. They wake up every day and attack their goals like their lives depend on it. And guess what? They don't just want success. They demand it. They don't just show up. They dominate. If you're going to succeed, you need to be relentless. You need to push yourself when no one else is watching. You need to work when others are sleeping. You need to hustle like your life depends on. Because the truth is, it does. Nobody gave me this, I earned it. Nobody handed me a network, I built it. Nobody showed me a shortcut. I grinded my way through every obstacle. And that's why I am where I am today. You want to win? You want to be successful? Then stop waiting for a handout. Stop looking for the easy way. There is no easy way. You need to compete every single day. You need to bring effort, energy, commitment. You need to bring everything you've got, because the person standing next to you is willing to bleed for this. They're willing to sacrifice. They're willing to give it everything. Are you? Or are you just going through the motions, hoping success will find you? Success doesn't find you. You have to go get it. You have to hunt it down. You have to fight for it. You have to be willing to do what others won't. And let me tell you something else. Resources aren't the issue. Some of the most successful people in history started with nothing. They had no money, no connections, no advantages. But they had something more powerful than all of that. They had resourcefulness. You don't need more money. You need more creativity. You don't need more time. You need more discipline. You don't need more help. You need more hunger. The people who win aren't the ones with the most resources. They're the ones who find a way no matter what. And guess what? When you have no choice but to succeed, when your back is against the wall, when failure isn't an option, that's when you fight like hell. That's when you find out what you're made of. That's when you go from being hungry to being starving for greatness. So I'm asking you, what are you willing to do? How far are you willing to push? How hard are you willing to grind? Because at the end of the day, your life is in your hands. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to do the work for you. Nobody is going to push you. It's on you. You've got to get to a point where you refuse to be average, where you refuse to be mediocre, where you refuse to settle, where you wake up every single day ready to attack, ready to grind, ready to fight. And you need to understand one thing. Your grind has to match your goals. You can't dream big and work small. You can't want success and put in average effort. It doesn't work that way. If you want to change your life, you have to change your habits. If you want to be great, you have to put in great effort. This is your moment. This is your time. Get up, get to work, and never stop until you have everything you've ever wanted.